Hello there, and welcome to the last Plague Blight, and this is for version 0.11.6. It's still very slow on updating, but this is going to be a completely starting walkthrough. So basically, I'm just going to play the game and follow all the tips I had in my tips video, and do that in a manner that you can actually see them done as the game progresses. So let's get started. And the first one was, this one here takes the longest time when you're starting a new game, is to make sure when you're starting a new game is to get all those fundamental, base resources that are going to be nearby for your main base, and have all that stuff located first of all. So I did that first because I had to reload the game and start over again, like 5 or 6 times or something like that, to be able to find an ideal location. Well, ideal enough over this location. It just takes a while to load this game, so we're not just stuck here at nothing. But anyways, to carry on, we'll go to the map right away once we get there. Yeah, it started me off like right inside the Blight this time, so that's kind of weird. But anyways, on your random map, the things you're looking for is you want to be close to the little island over here because you want that silver. And you want to make sure you're checking all the caves over here for silver mines. So that looks pretty good. And then you want to be able to check on the coastline for your ideal locations. And that's when, the ideal thing is you want swamp, you want plains, you want water for clay, and then you want the mountains nearby. So I checked over these mountains over here, and that looks potential like there could be some nice iron bases in there. We got a little bit of elevated land here and there, so that could be okay for copper. This right here might be a tight squeeze to get through the swamp and the big AoE that this guy's going to have. It's not perfect. I would rather have a river that can go all the way through. So I'm gonna have to get stuck, going through the taking my little cart and going across the plains. But you don't want to go through the forest with your cart. So at least that'll be okay, and that's pretty close to the island there. And on this side here, it looks like very good potential for an iron cave. So hopefully I can squeeze by and have that as potential over there. But yeah, we have a nice area for plains. And so yeah, that was my pick for this map right here, because there's nothing else you want to go over here with. We don't want to build over there. You need to be near your forest too. This over here has like some forests and some cliffs nearby, so that would be good on this edge right here. Maybe you got cliffs right there, but we don't have any swamps nearby, so that was a key factor of not going over on this side, which has all the basic things you'd want. Nice big lake, access to there, nice access to road, cliffy areas nearby, and right there too, right? So that's also good things to have with the forest nearby. So you could have probably ended up making your base. You probably wanted you still want it on the road roughly. But I might have, sacrificed the road area and gone over to this little glitchy area where it says sea over there, so I could be on the edge around there. Maybe right in there. It could be a neat place to build. But yeah, I want access to the swamp, and if this swamp is not big enough, making the trip over to that bigger swamp, it should be good enough to get the other resources I want. So yeah, I end up saying this is good enough for me, and I'm going to end up building probably right here or right there on the corner of the road and the lake there. Well, it's rivers, lake, whatever, to get enough clay for myself, so I have enough area to go there and check out all that stuff. And then that's why I chose to build here. So we're just going to mark this off on our map as our main base area that we're going to go to, and that's going to be a trip. So that's the first issue we have to go to, is get from point A to point B, which is just directly south of us. I wish we could actually put a marker on there, but I'm going to check all the stuff along the way. So let's get started on all the stuff. Let's hit the Alt key and get that done. One of the first things we want is a large rock and a small rock, and then we want to, once we get tired, we'll craft that stuff. The pine cones are at 0%, so they're good food, so we can always pick up that stuff. And we want a long stick for ourselves too. We can't even pick up a long stick properly, so we gotta put that in our tools, get that away. I see a deer over there, and get that crafted so we can craft a little spear for ourselves just in case we run into some predators. I'll fast forward that, buddy. Okay, and we are on our way, and the things that we're looking out for are large pieces of flint, and that's our main goal as we try and angle ourselves to the south. Come on, which way is south? Look at all this poison stuff. It's probably right that way. Yeah, right across this way here. We'll zoom out. We got the river right here, so yeah, we can just no, I don't want to follow the river. I want to go close to the mountains there and see that stuff for myself. So I'll go on this side of this swampy area here, and we'll take our run over there. I don't need any of this other stuff. I'll just pick up some pine cones along the way. Did they stack? Well, pine cones, no, they don't look like they stack. That sucks. That'd be nice, but we'll just take them out and eat them as we go, as I keep an eye out on the rocks and stuff. And of course, pick up as much rope things too along the way, because we're going to run out of stamina. We need something to do. Yeah, that's a little bit better, I think. Yeah, there we go, straight this way. And let's try and zoom out as far as possible so you can see, and keep an eye out for huts and stuff like that, because you never know. You might find a hut right away and it might have something awesome in it. And there's some sandstone, but that's too far away for me to care at the moment. I should have checked for the small chunks there. You usually can find we got a small piece of flint. We need one of those at least. So we have a fire for ourselves. And zoomed out, lots of lake stuff here. And we want to get closer to the mountains there so we can mark off any caves we might find for later, right? And I might miss some stuff that you might see because, you know, I'm also trying to pay attention to lots of other things as I'm running along to this part right here. Get this stuff. Oh, some berry bushes. Always, we don't have any water, so we got to stop and pick up those. We'll wait till my inventory is closer to being full. And you could go there and pick up, like, you have very limited room, so I'll not want to sit there and pick up all the dandelions and things that I might want for later on, but, you know, so I'll just leave that for now. So here is the top of the cliff face, and we want to go on the side of it because that's where the caves are going to be. And I got to keep double checking my map, right? So that kind of sucks, but that's what you got to do. Pick up all the rope. You need so much rope at the start, so yeah, I'm not going to skip out on it if I don't have to. Yeah, I can't even... There you go. Yeah, I'll pick up some extra stuff. I'll just dump it off later. Got some basic things here. That lake looks a lot bigger on there. Yeah, I got to get used to the map stuff, right? It looks a lot bigger than it is. It is a very long distance to travel. And I need some more berry bushes, but yeah, I don't see any stuff there. And we could pick up some copper. We always need lots of copper. I don't know if we should bother with it or not. I might have to drop it, but you know, picking it up off the ground is not going to hurt us too badly as we go. And I have recovered from a cold, so sorry about that. I'm gonna pinch it off a little bit here and there. Oh, more copper. It's not something I want to mark off later because this is too far away from my base and all. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's much caves. You know, we went across this cliff face here, and we didn't get any caves. Even more copper. There's lots of copper though. I think our inventory is full, so we can go ahead and start dropping some of these stones and extra shit we picked up. We need one small stone. We need one flint, and then the rest is just junk at the moment. Yeah, we don't need sticks and stuff either. But yeah, copper ore is better. Copper pieces. It doesn't matter which ones you pick up. They're all going to be the same since they don't stack. Just G. Like G's my button. I do all that, right? Did I pick up any more stupid rocks? Some small stones. Yeah, we're getting close to the inventory cap here, so we all have to start. I guess that's good enough for our junk. I might just have to make a copper pile somewhere and pick it up later. Bring it out as far as possible. Yeah, nothing for the cliffs. That kind of sucks. And yeah, just keep looking around for any huts as we travel, and make sure I'm going south once again because we gotta go way over to there. Yeah. Nope. Gotta check those outcroppings for the stuff that we need. Berry bushes. Do I have any room? I don't have any room, so let's gather that and craft this. Let's get that out of the way now. Craft this bowl. Go faster. We'll craft that, and then we'll craft with those, and we'll make seeds of those. And then we'll just take our bowl, and we don't want the other pie cones, so we'll just, to make our life easier, we'll just go there and find that and start a stockpile. Dump all that crap there. Doesn't matter. And yeah, our food is down, so we can just eat them all. We got no blight value on them. And then we got our berries, and our stamina's full, so we'll wait until it goes down. I'll try and make a longer run, I guess, for these bushes. That should be good. We got rope to make too. Let's get a little bit. Yeah, we don't need one copper piece. We'll toss that. And then there we go. Just looking for large pieces of flint. So we do need a square piece now. So yeah, inventory management just sucks, right? So gotta make the best of it. And now we gotta chuck something or craft with something. So I guess we have to go ahead and craft 4 of these rope up at least. We can do 5. Make some space for ourselves so we get that flint. A large piece of flint because we need this, and we need to craft a chisel for ourselves. Chisel. That's like the first thing you need to make for sure is a chisel. And it gave us another small piece of flint we don't need, so we'll get rid of that. And I think that is good enough. Now if we get more, we can just go ahead with the spears, but we are limited in our inventory space, and yes, straight ahead. Any cliffs? No. And we can't mark all this stuff off. How far away? Look at all this copper there, right? That's a good copper source. But that is pretty far away, so I guess we'll just leave it for now. I won't need to go that far to get copper, I hope. And some berries. We're going to be pretty full on berries right away. I wanted to wait to do this, but I guess I just really don't have the inventory space. So let's craft, and I thought I crafted it there. Craft with those. Give me that berries. We'll just crush 20 of those guys up real quick. Real quick, and then we'll drink all that. Escape and pick the berries. Get some more. It's just a good haul. Sometimes you're going to get lucky with berries like this, and sometimes you're not. So, but pick them when you got them. Try and save the stuff for later. There we go. Small piece of. I should try and make the run a little bit faster. We need to get down to there, which is this way, and in between those blight areas, and keep an eye out for any possible huts, because I want free tools. Even if they're 1%, you can destroy most of them and get lots of some free iron out of it. So that's always good. Hey, there's a hut. Cool. Hut along the pathway. No predators yet. I need to turn my sound up better. I need to get those better headphones. But we're here, and we're just going to go over here and mark off the hut on the map. Always mark your huts off. And we got a steel pickaxe. Awesome. That's really nice to get. And some bottles. So, yeah, we want that stuff there, and we don't have any room. So, I guess what we can do now is, yeah, we can't do much with this. So, we'll start a stockpile of this copper here. And then we'll just go over here, and we will, well, the tool can go to our tool belt, so that's good. That won't take up any inventory space, but we want these bottles for sure. And right now, these books don't do anything, which kind of sucks. And yeah, we didn't need to do anything else yet, but I want some more room in my inventory, so I'm going to craft some more of those. Lower the inventory a little bit. And craft one more. There you go. That means I'm going to have both, and I'll be able to craft 4 more. Once that's full. Yeah, we'll leave that. Just one shelf in there is not too much. I probably won't remember that. And then we can just, pick up the rest of these for now, I guess. We'll pick up some of them. And I'll leave the rest there. Some is better than none. It's not too much of a priority for us to do all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we got a long ways to go to get there. So yeah, a lot of stuff to do. A lot of berries in our inventory still. I'll try to ignore it and wait till my stamina goes down and then finish it off. At least we're traveling a lot of planes to travel through, so that makes it easier. And lots of the stuff in this game you just don't need, which is kind of sad. Okay, I'll pick this one. This one here says pick me. Not enough space. Already gone. Flint and a rock. I don't need to carry it. There's so much small rocks I don't really need to carry it with me. Oh, we got a cliff face here. Is that a cave? That is a cave. We will check out the cave. I always like to go to the caves, and if they're on the way, it doesn't matter if they're like far away. You might need to come back later. And it seems like a good location too, because it's all nice and flat. So you could bring a wagon over here maybe, and check out how much iron you have. And see, it's mostly checking the walls and checking the floors for stuff. It is kind of dark, so I can't see the sides of the wall. It's for that red ore. We need at least 10 of that stuff for the quest. So. This cave looks pretty big. It's probably dead end right away, but yeah, this cave is good enough for a nice big cave. Lots of iron. There's some right there. I passed some. Look at that. So we do have some. So it's a decent cave. So we can mark that off too on our map. So cave. Oh, well, no, we know caves are always have iron, so it's just a good cave. There we go. And make sure I'm going in the right direction. Yep, this way. Keep traveling along this fault line. Can you see this fault line here? Not really. See, there's another cave along the way. Keep my eyes open for coyotes and stuff. I can't tell. Like one thing, if I forgot to mention in my tips video, if you like, you're running around like this and you're tired, you can go and lie down, and then you can check out what time it is and see what the sunrise is going to be. So, sunrise is in 11 hours, so it's going to be sleeping time soon, anyways. So yeah, I could leave this. We had a cave right there too, so well, the fires won't keep anything away, but at least you're out of the rain. So you could go ahead and sleep right there if you wanted to, inside that cave, and that would be a good choice if it was going to be raining or anything like that. But for now, I probably just sleep on the outside here. It doesn't really matter too much as long as you got your sleeping bag, and you should be fine for the first day for doing things like that, which you shouldn't do later on. But yeah, we're close to here. I think I'm gonna get some more water for some myself. Craft some more. And sleep. Because yeah, you start off really tired too, so I won't be able to make it in a day. But I got jars here, so I just gotta get some water up here. I don't want to bother with a fire, because that just takes extra time. Even though you probably should. But we'll just place this down here. And see if we can get away with it. And then, of course, you might want to save it. Just in case, right? In case get something bad happens to you. Extra sleep time. I didn't know my guy was so tired already. For the little he did so far, right? He basically did nothing. I wish you could wake yourself up in the middle there. Leave, yeah. Yeah, still tired, dandelions. Now, yeah, you can't see much at night. Can't eat garlic. Need pine cones and stuff. Am I going the right direction still? Yeah, a little bit more over that way. But I want to check out the trees here for pine cones, even though I can't see anything. Hey, bedrock and gold. Oh yeah, all this other stuff lost my inventory space. Damn it. There we go. Yeah, I guess these trees aren't big enough for pine cones. Doesn't matter. We have extra food if we need to. It's just the berries are going down. Wolves are howling. Howling wolves. And now, yeah, we can just follow the roadway the rest of the way there, right? Not a problem. It's early morning. Early morning run. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just follow the road. So slow. Hey, how come we won't pick that up? Yeah. Well, it says, oh, that's young. That's why. Yeah, I'm still not used to that, right? When you first start the game, some of these things will just say young because you're just loading it in for the first time, and they all start off as like young stuff. So you can interact with the young berry bushes, but they soon turn to just regular old ones in a second. Howling wolves doesn't mean squat. Yeah, I thought it was a neat thing they did with the darkness and even having the alt clicked on there so you can see the names of stuff, which is, kind of a must in this game to be able to pick a whole lot of crap up there and see it. But yeah, with the darkness you can't see. Oh, am I tired? Good. Well, not good. Day 2. Craft this stuff up there. Oh, that has to be in your hand. You have to have that in your hand, and then that works. Get her stamina up. Stamina's done, and then drink. Ah, there we go. It beats bothering with the campfire stuff until you have an actual real base going. Save you some end game time. Since I want to get this stuff done as fast as possible. So slow. The one thing I wish they would add in this game in the forest would be the young trees. Because, you know, a forest, a big forest like this should have young trees, but on my last game there was like no young trees in the forest areas, and so I couldn't get any young trees to make a raft. So that was a pain in the ass. You can't use, you need your young trees is the only thing you can use to make big long pillars for yourself, for your base, to make a taller base. And without those, you know, you can't stick a campfire, your bigger campfire under it. Yeah, straight shot now. Yes. Hard to zoom out and see if there's any little huts flying around there. We're due for another hut, but getting a you know, a steel pick, that's awesome. Doesn't matter if it sucks or not, because you know, for that first quest that they want you to get 10 of those crystals of each color. You're going to have access to that right away, without bothering doing all the huge process of getting all the steel and stuff done for yourself. You can still get it, even though it's going to be slow. Oh, some pine cones. Yeah, you need that for food. Well, this stuff is rotting pretty quickly and all, so you should eat it, I guess, right? So yeah, I'm getting close to the base area. Pine. Oh, 3%. Screw it. That's pretty high for starting value on it. But here we go. More berries. Stamina's done. I always do this. That's, you know, the standard thing you do is run out of stamina, craft some berry stuff, drink it, and go. So I'm on the lookout for the different kinds of rocks that you might find. Mostly like the sandstone and the limestone, since I'm close to my base, where my base is going to be now. So I'm always going to check out the different kinds of rock formations nearby, just so I can make sure I can get some near the base. Well, I don't really need the limestone. Limestone was more of a flavor thing for building, and I probably wasn't going to do that this time. But knowing where it is to upgrade your walls is good enough. How close are we? We're right there. Look at but yeah, I don't like this, all this stuff here. All this extra stuff. All this extra blight is not good on where we wanted our base. Look at this. This double tagging the road right here. There's no town here. Come on. There's no town here, and this is where I wanted my base, is right here on this crossroad stuff, and it's all covered in this crap. So, yeah. Very bad placing. And there's no bridge there either. Usually across the waterways there's a bridge. And this is exactly where I wanted it. So, yeah, that really sucks. Is where I wanted my base there, is right here, and you can't build here. This isn't the flatness doesn't bother me. I can level that out there later on quickly enough. But yeah, this crossroad area, I was hoping for a real bridge, and you know, not so much blight targeted in the one location. And this is just all blight here on the other side of the river. So even if it looks like a good spot in the map, it might end up being bad. And we got to be near water too, so you know, we're already down to here for our base, right beside this blight. We can clear that up later on, of course. But so we got some water here. It's flat enough. Lots of dandelions right there, and then down here. Oh, this is across the water there, but yeah, and down here is okay for plains for ourselves. So that looks okay. I see that little rock formation. That's sandstone, so that's good that something's close by. And then we have this part right here to go up there and check. So yeah, we're close to the, pretty close to the forest here. We'd probably, you probably want to, like, you can't tell from far away, right? How much of a forest this really is. And how thick the trees are going to be, right? Because it looks like, the thicker trees, it should be thicker forest right away, which is what you want to actually start harvesting stuff, or you have to make some trips. So that means if I want to go through there and cut all these trees down there, I'm going to want some wagons. I'm going to need a wagon for myself. And these are small trees, young trees. But yeah, you at least got young trees there. You can save those. And then the forest isn't too far away over here. So that's not too bad. So we're going to... yeah, we're going to check that out. And the other place would be too far away from the other areas. So it's, I guess we have to make do, right? You can't go any farther. At least we can get by with our cart without clearing the first part of the road, but that next part of the road has to be cleared. But I think we're going to do well enough for our trees and stuff. So let's get started. We'll just craft all this juice up for now. Clean my inventory up some. I don't think I'll start fermenting right away, but we can find out. We'll fill this up. And fill the bottle. And yeah, it does. It will ferment. That's neat. So then we'll just crush the next one. So we got a free covered bottle for ourselves, so we can go there and get some vinegar started. That's because we are ready to make our base nearby. So let's fill up the other bottle. And crush the rest to... oh, it's already still there. Okay, good. And we'll eat something. And I'll eat one more. Okay. We are good to go to start picking some regular stuff up. We'll start just grabbing some random crap. Not enough inventory space to pick up long sticks. Yeah, we'll just drop all that crap in a second. So our base is going to be right beside the Blight here, which is awesome. We are going to make it here, close to the water. So yeah, let's get started. So it's not going to matter too much. We don't have to be too picky about this. We do want to be kind of close to the water for this stuff. And yeah, I didn't even check for clay. There's a little bit there, so we got enough close by to be good enough. So we'll just sit there and place this down somewhere. Yeah, just put that there for now. Get a campfire started. Where is it? Burning, cooking. Place this. Yeah, where do we want it? Gotta make an edge somewhere, right? And close to the water. With the other stuff, and some room to get by. So if I make a house here, put the little tanning bed over there, and then the rest of the stuff on this side of the fire, and with the house built up around this area right there, this could be enough. Good enough for that. And yeah, we can't make a stockpile with this stuff, so we'll just drop that off on the road. So maybe I should have brought the smaller ones with me if I can't actually do anything with them. I'm gonna do that manually. And copper. Save that crap for later. And we are going for our base, and we don't need this in inventory now, so we can actually place that. We'll place it on this little rock we can see. Get that stuff out of the way. And where's our fire pit unbuilt? 2 rocks. And then the rest of this stuff is, we're good to go, picking all this stuff up. Except for mushrooms. I just run in there, pick up everything. Gonna need it all. Fire pit, and we need to cover that up there, so we need some support, some posts, and we do have young trees nearby, and I do want to put that thing in a big fire pit. Maybe I should try that. Do we have young tree? Okay. Oops, I did. Already forgot the first thing you want to do when you're doing this, right? Is go over here and click that off, and then click the tree, and then click our axe. Chop the sucker down, so it's one. Small. Two. Is this one? Yeah, that's one. Come on. Shift click. It's all one. Two. And yeah, I should leave it in the tab menu, then I can pick this guy up. Take a nice slow walk. Since I have young trees, I might as well try them out there. Get the post placed. Wonder how much room I am gonna have. Fire pit would be the edge. At least here. And place that post. I guess I can't make it too far out. Oh, that sucks. I thought I had more room than that for the fire pit. That's a pretty small wall for that. But anyways, this one here has to be at least here. Yeah, I think maybe you might get longer room for medium posts, maybe. I don't want to be too picky, but I don't want to be too sloppy either. There we go. And yeah, stockpile. We'll just get this, save this stuff for later. I'll keep the rest for now. Grab. Oh yeah, I really have to get some food going here too. Let's not forget that. So now that we got some of this stuff here, let's do the. Where's our small sticks? Yeah, we're not getting very much. Okay, traps. Go over here. Traps. Miscellaneous. Where are they? Why can't I find items? That's why I can't find crap all in this game. Fish trap. Get one of those. No, need more sticks. And more inventory space. Not enough space. Screw off. I think it might have to be a little bit farther from our where our fire pit is, but we can leave it there for now and see. And we'll need this, and we'll need to craft with that, and we need to cut down this a little bit so we can have that, some twigs, and then a stockpile. What else do we not? We got rocks on us, so yeah, big rocks here. Yeah, we don't need this stuff here for now. Let's place it out of the way. And ropes and twigs. And stockpile twigs. I guess I start making this stuff a little bit more organized near the fire and all. Maybe past it on this side. Because I'll need these things. Yeah. A little room. And well, we needed the twigs, so we need those. We should have enough to build a rabbit trap now, right? And we don't want rabbits with blight, so I guess the best idea would be we'll stick it on the road over here so we can see it nicely. Goes off a little bit of ways. There you go. Yeah, we're stuck on the... we still need the other posts. Close as we can for the small trees. I mean, the young trees. Young trees only. Click. Oh, don't chop the tree up. Not enough space. Eat me. I guess I shouldn't pick up that stuff first. And support beams, pillars with posts. There we go. There we go. Can't see these things very well yet, can we? I guess I should put this stockpile here beside the twigs. I know I started one over here somewhere too, right? So let's get rid of that. And yeah, we need a fire going for some water because we have none. 2 fish trapped already. We need to build a smoking thing too, right? So I'll go to cooking and place one of these guys. And we'll angle it this way. And what else do we need? So 3 long sticks and lots of twigs. And ropes. We'll get to crafting those in a second. One more young tree. Let's get that out of the way. We don't need to do the water just yet. Slow process. Slow and slow. Tall posts. Come on. There you go. Not much room, right? These walls are not very big. Okay, we got the posts. And now support beams. Can only do sticks. Need sticks. Yeah, this was a very good stockpile anyways. Hey, what the hell? Those supposed to be long posts. They're supposed to have like a long roof on them, right? This isn't a long roof. That is so disappointing. I think we're going to place the lumber ones on there. I don't have any. I can't make those. Can you stick rafters? Can I place those? Too far away from you. Screw you. It's too far away. Ha! We don't need to do that. So we don't need we don't need those support beams when you have the long sticks. So there you go. That's nice to know. You can just go there and put the stick rafters on those beams. We don't need support beams for some reason. Maybe for the walls. And that's more long sticks. And ropes and all the other crap that we need. Oh yeah, fire pit. Stick that on there for now. And then we got big rocks. We're going to need a lot of rope. I guess we don't have to worry about not using it up now. Okay, now we just need what? Lots of sticks, basically, right? Lots of long sticks and regular sticks, and yeah, whatever's okay. And we're gonna need some firewood too, so I might as well start chopping these trees down. What the hell is wrong with this game sometimes? There you go. I don't understand it. Like, I didn't do anything different besides the other 10 clicks I did there, right? Don't pick up all that stuff. So picky on that stuff. Stupid. And logs. Don't have to worry about going fast on these things. They go pretty fast on their own. Water is getting low. I think I should probably start that water stuff now. It takes forever to do, and it just takes a lot of wood too, right? So. Yeah, we got everything. Yeah, we don't need to use that. Switch that out for that flint. And just ignite. That's all we have for water at the moment. We need to get the clay up and running. Yeah, if we're going to do our main base stuff like that, we need to make sure we keep these tree trunks, because I guess my base will have to be extended over to here for the edge for our little stumps there, so I'll remember not to kill those things off. Yeah, those trees are too small. But yeah, we got a rabbit already. Look at that. One rabbit down. That's quite a bit of berry bushes. I don't have to go far for that. Look at them all. Damn, I could even get by with eating them if I really had to. So you can't really pick which direction you're going to go. I'm picking up this junk. Long stick, long stick, long stick. Well, yeah, not too bad, right? 0.03. Eat that. Come on, just pick up this damn stick. I guess you really don't want to. Okay. Fine. No. No, only pick up the twig. But I need to drink. And I need small stones. Big stones. Small stones. A letter. I got some more of those good mushrooms. Yeah. Eat them while eating's good, I guess. And I don't need this in my inventory. And got more pine nuts. Now I just gotta worry about water and rope and sticks, and we gotta get this thing crafted. This thing crafted. And this stockpile beside the twigs somewhere. How about right there? Got that chisel head. We'll put this out in the open here, and I don't think we need any spears yet, but I'll stick them on this roadway here so we know where they are. There we go. Fine tune my stuff. Oh yeah, the knife can go there. That should have been doing that a long time ago. And what is it now? Grab more sticks. Grab everything. More rope. Yeah, I should keep an eye on that. Go back and forth to that fire a little bit faster, because we are down a lot of water and we need to top that off a lot. Ginseng. Our blight value is still low. Barely have enough room to put a little blanket in here. And, well, the roof is done, so now we need an actual leaf roof. Got log sticks. So we can start doing some walls, maybe. Stick auto walls. Place support beam first. So you do need support beams. If you want to put walls on there, you could just make it taller. This is for where you want walls. I don't need walls everywhere. Oh, look at that. Oh, that rope we need. Damn. Lots of the for the roof. I don't know why it's smoking. I don't know. Now we can do this. We'll have them. Pine cones, foods, stuff. Yeah, right there's fine. You're full. That's good. Yeah, we need some clay bins and stuff like that for our water supplies. Got 9 hours. So I think we should maybe start smoking some food. We are good on this part right here, but we can kill the rabbit and stuff. So you know, for this stuff right here, we can pick them up. Well, we'll kill them first because I got nothing to save them with, right? So we'll pick up the rabbit. I don't want to pick up the snare. Damn it! I want to get him. Move him. I don't know why. I just feel like always moving the rabbit away from the trap, so new rabbits come a little bit faster. Maybe. I don't know, but we don't need any of this stuff right now. It's not going to help us at all because we can't do anything. We can cook the fat up though, so we can do that, but we can't do anything with it after the fact. We need the actual tanning bed stuff up there and done. So we need that first. But yeah, first thing first, as soon as you cut the meat up there, you want to craft it right away, and you want to put it into strips. And we can't cook rabbit into strips. That sucks. So I wanted to put the rabbits into strips, so we can't actually smoke that rabbit. So we actually have to just cook it. And I guess I can just empty it all. There's not much in there, so I guess we have to cook it right away. Can't save it. There's no food value or benefit for actually making the recipe with it. But I guess that's what the fish are for. We can smoke, and there's 4 of them there already. So place. I guess I gotta place it manually. Fish. They can only need to do 2. Yeah, just 2. That's all you need for this. So that's why we want maybe some more smoked area, right? We'll smoke it up there and see what that turns into. Right now it's just +1, so yeah, just 3%. That's not bad. Soon that turns to 30%, and then it's pretty bad for all the other food you're gonna get. But you know, if you take the fish right now, you haven't killed them yet, right? So you can go there and you can chuck them down and watch them flop around and get trapped again because they're smart that way. Yeah, well, keep save the freshness for later. And what I like to do in the rivers, you know, whenever you can find the river flow, you just get close to the edge, and then you take the drop your crap. Like, we don't need that. Oh, you got me with the leech. Heal that up there. Even though it's on the edge of it. But anyways, we are cooking the rabbit. We don't need all that food either. Yeah, what we need is, you know, storage areas and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's where we get the, like, what do you do next, right? Well, having decent storage for yourself is nice. More wood for your fires is going to be needed too. So let's get that started. Too close. We don't want to pick up that. And we didn't want to pick up all this stuff here either, so don't pick up that junk. Come on. It doesn't matter which order you do stuff in there. You could, you know, chop 2 of those up or carry 2 logs with you, and they're all going to be slow when you come towards your fire. Anyways. So it doesn't matter either way. Might as well get the quest stuff. You know, discovered the letter. Oh, we read it. Oh, it says, yeah, we'll see you in 2 days. Okay, good. This letter is useless. What we want to do is add that in there, and yeah, we should go collect some rope. We want that roof on there. I think we only need 5 more. Oh, 1 more. Yay. What you need is a lot of that rope. And this is cooked, but we could just let it sit there for now because we can't do anything with it besides eat it. And yeah, it doesn't really matter where it goes, does it? And yeah, you can pick up as much of this stuff as you want because you can just leave it in there to dry along with the bones and stuff. But we got that fat we can cook for now. Cook that. We got nowhere to pour it into, but so we need another bowl. There you go. Need another bowl. Then we can swap them out. And well, I'll swap this back and put some water in it first. Now this will harden. Just gotta let it sit in the inventory while it hardens. We can do other stuff while we're waiting, which is kind of nice. We can still chop trees down. This in here, start a stockpile is what I wanted to do. Rope was the thing I wanted to do mainly, right? Rope. Rope is going to be more of a plains thing, so our plains is in this direction. And take as much of that as we want to. I'll go this way first. Chamomile tea is for healing. All those other mushrooms are junk, basically. Where is this stick stuff? Rope stuff, what we want. Just focus on that, because we need a lot of it. I never even read it. Like, what's that rope plant's name? Dogbane. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dogbane. What the hell is Dogbane? Doesn't work on wolves. That'd be funny. Hold one of these in your inventory and they run away from you. That would be something funny. Pretty empty. Gonna need a lot of salt too, but if I don't have a roof or a covered container, you don't craft it, right? Oops, wanted to hit that right there. Get that done. Check on the smoking progress. Not quite done yet. There we go. That should do us for a rope for a second. Oh yeah, I wanted to put the flowers in there. You can't take them out once they're done because you can't put them back. That's the only reason why I say you can't take them out. You want to try and get them in the fire pit before they dry, because once they're dry, you take them out, you can't put them back in again. And that sucks. Top off our water, and we can go down 80 food, 37. And we got rope. Oh. Did I picked up sticks? Did my wax harden? Or did I lost it? Oh, I might have lost it. Ah, you pieces of crap. I picked up these long sticks automatically on myself and switched my inventory out. I gotta keep an eye on it. Unless there's wax, a ball sitting down there somewhere. They might have just fallen out. And I didn't notice them. But, yeah. That sucks. I wanted to save the wax for later. Okay, well, now we got a covered roof, so we can go to the next thing in that storage. And, is it just regular sticks? Yeah, I need so many of the regular sticks. And it needs to be under the roof. And we'll put it by the fire as close as we can. That should be good. And just get some more sticks. Don't need that now since we fucked that up. Yeah, long sticks and twigs. Yeah, long sticks were going into here, weren't they? And yeah, just run around and get the sticks and stuff we need, or cut trees down for it. All these sticks and stuff respawn pretty quickly, I believe, but and another large piece of flint. Nice, and some limestone right nearby. Let's actually pick that up. I can make a flint spear. We have that extra piece of flint. Let's go there and make a flint spear. For no real reason besides killing deer with it. Just because the deer have 80 hit points. So you get 2 hits. Climbing up on an invisible stick. I wish they had an automatic sort, like you know, keep it sorted horizontally the whole time. Like every new thing gets automatically sorted. Pick up all these sticks, sticks and twigs. And there's not much we need besides a lot more wood. We need to make a lot of we need to make a lot of crap is what we gotta do. Really, but you know, first things first, storage area. Sticks. Let's try a stockpile of those. And what do we got? Pick up the chisel blade that we need to keep, and what else we want to keep? Dandelions, we can actually take those now. We gotta get rid of this stuff off the ground. So we can transfer that and that. And, yeah, that tool is going to be broken. The tools, they rust, so you want to keep the stuff out of the rain. So if you're not going to be using your stuff, just don't leave it out to rust in your hand, to dry off, that type of thing. But yeah, since we're not really cooking anything, drink all that. And pick up this dandelion. I guess we got to empty this out. Drink. Okay, empty. Oh, don't equip it. Oh, I need to empty it. There we go. Empty. You have like 2 things in there. 2 littles. Empty and put all the salt. Oops. Transfer all. I don't know what I'm smoking here. Yeah, just start cooking something while the fire's going. And we are going to do the next thing that we need to do, and that is, well, we need mud bricks and clay and stuff. So let's go and find some mud that we can easily get rid of, that we don't care about. Over here it is. There we go. Let's collect a lot of that. What do we need? I forget how much mud bricks you need. I think you need 20, so you need like 10 stacks of this. And then you need to mix this with some clay to get mud mortar. Oh, you're digging a pretty big hole there. Don't want dirt, just want mud. I wish you could make a stockpile with dirt. That would just save you a lot of time. And then it would be funny if the dirt got wet and just turned into mud for you. But yeah, craft. Actually, we should go to structures first, and we want the kilns there, mud bricks. So yeah, 20 mud bricks. Craft. 10. There we go. Now we're going to run out of inventory room. What's my food at? So I can take a 28 food, and this is at 34. Drop the mud bricks. Oh, I forgot to put the ginseng in there. And I can put the sausages in that chest too. And we can craft this stupid thing here. We'll just place it. This doesn't matter where I place this one here because this is going to be toasted anyways. Just trash it after you make some real bricks. And our salt is done. So, and hopefully the salt will stay. So hopefully this roof is good enough to keep that salt there. And we can keep this stockpile of mud. And we've got the sticks here. We can make sure we get rid of that shit. And a stockpile of rope. Right here. Right between those things right there. That'll do. Yeah, we had that jinx and we don't need to keep that on us either. Or all that food. And one of the flint. I like to keep those things in there for building and stuff that you might need for later on. But yeah, we can build this guy up now, I guess. Yeah, I could have started getting some more water. Yeah, we can craft some jugs. Something to hold the water. And fuel for this stupid thing. Yeah, well, I could have made a torch with the fat. I should have saved the fat for the torch. That's what I should have done. Make your life a little bit easier for yourself. Anyways, next part is getting clay and building with that. And oh, there's more clay on the other shore there too, so that's not bad. What do I need? Excuse me. What do I need to make a shovel? Because you'll get more clay out of it. I need planks. So yeah, you need all the copper and stuff done first before you can bother with a shovel, unfortunately. So yeah, that won't matter. So we'll just dig up the first stuff. Anyways. Get a lot of clay. Make sure we get it all dark right there. Get every last speck of clay. We have to be picky on getting every single drop of clay we can. And even that is a drop. You can see. Zoom in close. See everything. Oh. So I thought I popped up as dirt for a second. Don't want to waste my time picking up dirt. Now, I think a pot can fit in there. I think a pot is enough to fit in there. When we want to craft stuff. There's a candle mode. It needs to show the size on there for this. I know we can't fit any of the other things in there, really. Like this bigger pot won't fit in there. This is like the smallest water jug thing you can actually craft, and it might be size 4. It might be too big to fit in there. Or it just says, yeah, it needs to be in a large kiln. Damn it. So that doesn't work. So we still need a larger one for that. So let's just get rid of that. So we need to make some actual clay bricks. Clay bricks. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of this stuff. That is only enough for 4. And we can only put 6 in there at a time. But get some more water. Look at this. We got lots of fish sitting here. The smoked fish is done. I forgot about. Rabbit is in their hands, ready to go. Hey, fill it up full. You just can't keep anything very long. What is this smoked fish at? So the fish is done 0.004 for 10. Not bad. And this is 0.7 for 33. So the fish part isn't really that that good. Well, it is pretty good for the blight, I guess. I eat 3 of these to equal the food. Eating 3 of these would be 0.14. This is 0.7. So yeah, that's a lot less contamination, isn't it? Yeah. 1.4 or 0.14, whatever. Just ignore the first 0, and then it's 1.4 versus 1.5. That one's 1.4, 5. Go by the 5 then for that, for the food value. But we should be able to eat this guy now. So our food is good, and we have some low food right there, which is just 80. So yeah, definitely want some more of these guys smoking up there. Keep that. And we are still on the main issue is we got a little bit of firewood to last us and mats for that. So yeah, let's just go get some of that clay. We're gonna fill up our inventory with clay. So we will go across this river here, and we'll get clay on this side first. Look at all this poison. Usually like to pick a side, right? Because you need so much clay in this game. You're going to want to go and, trying to be as smart as you can about collecting it. So pick a side of the river, and then I pick a direction, and I just go in that direction there. So then I got 4 runs I can make. So I'll just keep going until. Oh yeah, just keep collecting clay. Not bad. Sometimes you get stuck like this, which is good. It's only 24, but I don't know. I'll take it. And that, keep adding up. This little thing won't last forever, but it's nice. It's buried underground. It's better when you have a shovel and you're doing this. When you get that bug like that, because that 24 turns into 100 and something number. Yeah, just keep collecting it. I think you only stop once you dig deep enough that your character moves. Fall, I'm assuming. Maybe just float there. You are very slow. Oh, you did fall, but you didn't stop digging clay. Well, keep digging. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice, good clay deposit. I'll just sit there and a good time to take a drink, I guess. Right? Oh yeah. It may be a small amount, but at least it just keeps on going. I wonder if you get like stuck. I haven't saved it in a while. There, I got a leech. Yeah. I wonder if you dig a deep enough hole that you can't get out of it. Like make it swim stuck if it's going to keep digging straight down. That's pretty bad. Well, if I'm going to get leeches, it's still going to add up and get more, and they're going to start draining health, and then the longer they're in there, the more blight you're going to get when you try and take them off. I think that's how it works. So I think I'll stop. See, I got 2 of them. Well, I didn't lose any health, and they didn't have any blight, so that's good. I might be able to fill up my inventory pretty quickly. There's some, yeah, there's some there on the edge. See, at least I like the stockpile thing in this game. So it does some things like poorly, but some things is pretty neat on doing it. So like the stockpiles is nice. Lots of these games like to sit there with the stockpile and go. You gotta build all this shit to make a stockpile for sticks. You need like 20 sticks to build a stockpile to hold 20 sticks. It's like, fuck off. But yeah, anyways. Oh, we get some. We got lots of stairs nearby, so we don't need to mark that one up. But yeah, the poison on this side is pretty bad, but it is doable. You can go around there. And I don't see anything else besides. We need a ton of salt, so if I'm going to run out here, I might as well grab other small things. Actually, yeah, I want to save my inventory space and pick up. There's just so much blight already. Like this area here is where everything all the blight must be concentrated. I know that should be the town. Nope, that's not even town. That's a swamp. There we go. Finally. I think this is probably going to be good enough. Well, let's just top off this side here over here. We got this part here, right to this blight. And always check around in case there's some little houses hiding. Oh, don't pick up the dirt. Anyways, for later on, when you want to clean out this stuff right here, this blight, and you want to place those little fires that you can make with the slime oil and that purple, what do they call it? It's like another name for lavender, basically. But this stuff right here, my inventory full? It's not full. Is you want to get close enough to the mushrooms. The mushrooms is what's making the AOE, and we can't see the mushrooms in the water, but it looks like there is. So, another clay patch right there. get them all. So if you don't see any mushrooms nearby, you might be able to, you might get away with getting closer to the stuff, because the way the poison, the graphics part of the poison might end up be accurate to where the rest is. So keep your sound up, then you can see if you're burning or not. But yeah, start to burn right away, that type of thing. Yeah, it's just all swamp, and some of these bushes are okay to get. There's no, like, that makes you tired, so who cares about that? And some of these things will just last, like this stuff here will just last forever, so you can gather as much as you want if you're nearby, so it doesn't matter. Chamomile is good to grab. Or dandelions. Fill up my inventory with this run. And there's like no room left. Yeah, there is nothing on this side. Usually near the swamp there's going to be that plant that repels the mosquitoes, and you really want that on there when you go into the swamp for that. Now where the hell is my base? I think it's this direction. Yeah, this way past this road. And yeah, there's a little house up ahead. Yeah, that's the town, that's why. And we got some limestone. I should mark that off on my map. So right here we got limestone 3 limestones. And even though I can probably see this from my base, I'll mark it off because I'm going to need to get this sandstone. It's one big sandstone chunk you need. Just need one, but closer the better. Wow, this would have been such a cooler spot if there was no stuff here and no stuff there in a bridge, right? No blight there and there. But at least I can clear out that kind of blight. So back to the fire. We have chamomile we can transfer. We have all the salt we can transfer. And we can drink all that. And now we can cook it. And it's not nighttime yet, so we might as well keep that. Add that to I guess. And clay craft. We can get 2 more bricks done. Pine leaves. I think it's just 2 of them, right? Yeah, 2 of them's good enough. I should have just waited for that. Torch. That and twigs. Well, it doesn't matter. I need that kind of stuff for the fuel anyways. So we can get that started, and yeah, so the twigs and stuff is fine for that, and we can just make our stockpile of this stuff. Doesn't matter where. And we need fuel for that. And we'll use the easy, cheap fuel of the twigs for now. Let's take half of them. All the rest of the stuff is important. I think these bricks will fire within like 30 minutes maybe. So if I do 2 loads, I'll try it. I'll see if that lasts for 2 loads. It gets started, so let's do the next 6. So we got that ready. Just stick that in for now, and well, it doesn't show you how long it's going to take, but it's already going up pretty fast. And that is the 6 there, and then I want to just put half of it in there and craft it as I see fit. 6 and 1, 2. That's going to be the 20 minimum we need for that. To craft a bigger one. And then once we got the bigger one, we're going to want to start crafting some of the other things that we can fire up. And that's going to be one of those guys. To start. And what can we fit in there? Well, you should get the most important thing first. You do kind of want at least one jug to start with, I guess, but we do need that. You need to get that copper going on there so we can get the saw blade mold. So craft that for sure. And we need some nails. So where's our nail mold? Oh, well, taking too long. Nope, not done yet. Okay, that's okay then. So yeah, we can't do this stuff here until that's done. So we don't need this in the inventory for now. But what we do need is, where is the nails? I should just nails. I'll start with 5. I want 10 for. I want 10 of these for overall for later on. So, but I'll start with 5 so I can keep the costs down. But yeah, we only need the. There we go. This is done. Transfer all. Transfer all. We need to go to the next batch. Yeah, so we can get by with that. And then clay bricks and craft and structures and the clay brick kiln. So we need the big one. This for this one. It doesn't really matter where this one is here. This is just for firing clay. So after this is done, we don't actually need it unless when you're done building stuff. So it doesn't need to be anywhere special. So for now, I guess we can keep it in a nice, kind of convenient place, I guess. We'll just stick it here for now, on the edge of this side of the wall. Yeah, we need to get some mud mortar too. That's why you want the mud. 2,500 kgs of mud mortar. And we got the clay bricks, right? And let's check that mud. Check this again, give it some more fuel. And we'll check that mud mortar again. I don't know, we gotta check the stuff that we needed to build. I've heard, I forget, my brain's still foggy. Being sick and all. Well, it's foggy naturally, but I wanted to build items with clay structures. I'm gonna build this stuff here. I'm gonna build the crucible. Oh yeah, I need the whole thing. That kiln needs that mud brick too. So 2,500 of mud mortar. Just can't open the cap. Mud mortar. 2,500. That's what I want. Mud mortar is. That's how much? That's mud clay. 2 to 102 grams. 1 to 2. Makes 4. Okay, so if I need 2,500 volt, one stack of 200 is going to make 800. So I need, at least 4 stacks of this. So that's how much I want, right? So you want at least 4 stacks. I don't want to overbuild it for that first building. And the mud is right here, and the mud is the one we don't really care about. If we go over, it's just going to be, it's 2 to 1, so we need at least more than that. So craft, and then, nope, I guess we got to go back to here and hit mud mortar. Here we go. It's all one mix. Well, I guess maybe could have gone less, but yeah, we're crafting this. Add that in there, and mud mortar. Start the stockpile. Right by the clay pile. 99. Good timing. 100. Done. There we go. And it looks like we need to add more. I should get some more things in there. Add the bricks. that. And what else are we gonna do? After the big one, we're gonna need some. We're gonna need to make some coal. So let's not forget about our all-important coal that we need. And this is just a small tree. And we needed some more fuel. This stuff here. Twigs. Can't stick the whole branches in there. Can't just sit there and use those pine leaves. But, anyways. Yeah, I wanted to save the sticks and twigs and all that kind of stuff. Come on, stop being picky. I don't actually have a stick pile yet. Yeah, the only issue I have with making the coal is what I'm trying to say. Trying to make the coal is all the sticks you need for it. Like, it's fine you need the wood, but 20 sticks is just a little bit too much for that. And there's another rabbit. Okay, I got a little bit of time. Up the rabbit. Oh well, I guess we gotta use a thick block for that, and it doesn't really matter where this coal pile is, so I guess I'll just stick it. I'll stick it by here, I guess. So let's chop this up, and we should check our little pile out. Pile of crap over there before we. That doesn't matter. My timing says we gotta get over here quickly. Smoke that out there. And, well, I guess we can sacrifice a stick here and there. 35 minutes, it should be more than enough time to finish that off. These last 2 bricks, and chop this guy up. And now we have to go to not smelting, burning. Burning, large charcoal fire. Yeah, it doesn't matter, mud or dirt, and sticks. See that 20 sticks there. I don't even have 20 sticks. That's probably why I was going to be taking these things apart to get sticks. Oops. I want to keep some, so I'll just have. And I got a big hill here, right here. So let's fix that. Come on. Damn it. Can't really get rid of the big hill, I guess. Yeah, you need like, what, 10,000 dirt for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. start getting bigger numbers. Pretty much almost a full inventory with all the junk I have in there now. Still 3,000 to go. Look at that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. That should be done. I got like what, one mold that I could do in there instead. Oh, she does need more time. Here, burn those for a second, I guess. Burn half of those. They don't add much time, but nothing else to do with them besides start fires. Oh, 57 minutes. One more. And that should be more than enough to waste on that. Another stockpile. Sticks. Oh yeah, I was digging out dirt. But yeah, if you're making your base and stuff like that, if you have it, if it's not flattened out yet, there it goes. And I had one more mold. There we go. And that's about it. Well, I'm doing what more I could do. I could just, yeah, I'm gonna need some more bricks for stuff, so I could just add 5 more to save for later. Nothing wrong with doing them all now. There we go. And this is done. And yeah, I think our next priority is actually finishing off this and getting it started. That'd be the idea. But yeah, I was trying to say is that you can use the little digging there to get rid of all the plants and stuff like that that are nearby. So if you see the dirt and the plant, you can just sit there and try and dig one and get rid of it. So to clean up the flooring, just gotta be, it's just picky on where it is, right? You just gotta try and guess where that is. Got a rabbit. You see looking at that big poison node over there. So when I want to clear this stuff out there, which I probably want to do, is I probably want to stick my fire pit probably right here, because I can be able to get all 4 of those guys at least for the first one, and I'll clear that up there, and then I'll have a little hole over there. I should be able to get close enough to place the next one, like maybe right there, and then that could get rid of that big patch in there, and that'll get rid of most of that blight, because it's just the way it works. So we got extra dirt, and might as well use this for the next one. I got some blocks in there. Did you add it in there? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Now we need to get these leaves I tossed over there and some twigs. Where are the twigs? That's what you want your torch for, so you can just easily cook that up. If you're making a lot, that is. And we got clay molds and stuff. Probably going to end up making the kiln over by this area here. Making the iron or the copper stuff over here by the stumps. So they're close by. So I will place these. Well, I got nowhere else to place them, but we have a nice little open spot in this road here, I guess, so that we can actually see. So this little trip is okay to make. Those done, that started. My water is down pretty low. The salt. That crap. And our food, we can eat some of this. And I guess we could go get some more fish while we're waiting too, right? A lot of wasted fish, right? But we know we only need 2 of them. We'll take the best 2. This one's got lots of contamination. 3%, 3%, and 3%. So, chowder bass. I guess we'll eat some trout today. You guys have fun. We'll try and pick you up. Let's see if we can. Was it attack? What's the option on there? Can't see it. Stop moving. Oh well. Screw that guy. We'll make our next batch. Our next batch of fish. Our water's done. Next water. Kick him. And just jump right back into the trap. Oops. Okay, now that the water is topped off, we can go with the next thing that we were doing, which was building the other stuff. We can leave that in there for now. Building this guy up. So we can fire the big stuff, but we need to get that coal done first to worry about that. Well, let's check the time. How long has this been going on for? How long have we been doing this? Time, where is it? Almost 2 hours. That's good enough, right? That's close to 2 hours. Get it started. First 2 hours, you got this stuff here done. And we gotta fire that one, and fire this one, and fire that jug. Where's the big jug go? Where did it go? Not in my hand, obviously. Hello, big jug. You were right here. There you go. I didn't even see it. Still didn't see where it was. Got kicked around somewhere. Yeah, you can't fit. You can fit 2 of those. Yeah, you can fit another one in there. So we could fire it up. We've got a little bit extra space in there now. So the rest of this clay. Well, we still need to make a lot of bricks to make the other things too. So we could, and we only need this thing here, and like we don't need that yet. But 2 of them would be just handy because it's handy. But we need the bricks. We go so 1, 2, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 down. The bricks are only 2 wide, right? Yeah, they're only 2 wide. So yeah, 2 by 6 was 24, which is probably all of them. Craft. I can only make that much clay bricks. I guess I messed up on my thing. Shit, I think I messed up and didn't actually get to my inventory and lost all my clay. Or I just read it wrong. Could have read it wrong. Always doing that. But yeah, we are still going to need a lot more clay anyways before we get started. And well, we can get this stuff ready to go, at least, to light it up with. Waiting for that to burn just to get started. So what do we need? We need clay and copper and all the other stuff and more of everything else in general. We need to move this underneath the fire. Doesn't really matter where. We got all this crap sitting there underneath the little edge right here. push the fire. I don't think it matters too much as long as you're under the shelter. And the extra clay bowl. And our flint spear we can keep over here. Water. Okay. Yeah, so I said we're close to being done, so what we need to do next is, so what's next is just go around there and collect more clay and wait for that to get done there and collect the copper and tin is the main thing. And we don't know where any of that is right now, and it's nighttime also. So we only have enough time at nighttime here to maybe get some more wood for ourselves. Maybe make a little bit bigger of a base, extend it out a little bit maybe for ourselves, and go to find some copper, which could be straight this way somewhere, right? Well, we got a little bit, and we're going to need some more rope. And we got a little bit of time left to top off that hour, that 2-hour mark. And this is kind of rocky. It is getting kind of dark though, so I might not be able to see too well, but we can probably get close enough to see if we actually have any real copper. Look at that poisonous crap all over the place. It's hilly enough for copper and tin. Not quite. It's almost right. Almost good enough for some copper and tin. So where are we? We're here. Yeah, there'd be, if there was some, maybe it's in higher ground, it should be this way. But of course it's getting dark, you'll be able to see the predators as much. And that leeway will be ending soon. Didn't even have the alt key ready to go. It doesn't look like we got a good supply of copper nearby, which also sucks. You know, something like that, like hilly area like that, should have some copper nearby. You're getting screwed on it, right? So it's going to be a trip because we're going to have to make our way over to here to actually get that copper. It's going to be a little bit farther. This might be hilly enough right here. This can just follow the hilly parts, but it doesn't look too promising at the start of it. Right? Not too promising. You'll recognize it's a little that blue copper. Yeah, I don't see very much. Could be anywhere. Let's go back. Pick up whatever I can along the way. Mostly all this rope. I'm gonna pick up a bad mushroom. I can see it. Okay. Well, I think that's enough for the exploring part and running around there. Another hilly area that's kind of screwed over. Like, where am I going? Really far out of the way. I know I want to do like a little bit of a circle, but the circle was too big. And it doesn't hurt to go to bed early in this game. Because we just wake up earlier in the morning, so. And it doesn't matter. Opportunity for more daylight that way. Yeah, still angled off. I really need map markers for this type of stuff, right? Need a built-in compass. That's an okay mushroom. Orange is okay to eat, I guess, but not great. And brown is very bad. Yeah, so we're gonna have issue getting copper easily. But it won't be too bad. So we got this stuff here, and we're ready to go. And we basically just gotta sleep and have enough fire for the night, right? And make some rope up. Might as well top this stuff off, right? Make the rope. Dump everything in the stockpiles. Maybe, yeah, it's under 10, so I should eat this. Eat that. Stockpile everything. Our inventory nice and clean. And we need to chop some wood. How much wood did I have ready to go on the fire? None. And to do the night, it's probably just, I think 3 might be overkill. 5 hours. Nope, 5 hours is good. But, and it says we want to wake up and do some more. We'll add that in there. But we do need to top off our water for the morning. So we got 10 hours of sleep. We got some pine cones, and where's my pine cone? I can barely see it. There we go. And some small stones. So inventory is clean. We got some of this. We can't really plant it. Just toss it for now. And we got a rabbit over there, but we can't really do anything with it. We'll just see if it's how long it lives, I guess. And we're ready to sleep for the night. Might as well do that before we end. Start off in the morning next time, right? Do the morning stuff. You wake up, Blight spreads. Wake up, first thing you do is eat. Eat some fish. 8. Not 8, 9.1, doesn't matter. I'll top it off. And drink. And refill. So, yeah. That is all good, and our fire is going to last another hour. We don't need the fire for anything at the moment. Besides smoking more fish, which we could do. We have 2 trapped fish, so if we really wanted to save a little bit of extra food and see how long that stuff can last, we can pick this thing up. Fish have gone down quite a bit, so maybe we got to place this a little bit farther away from our fires and stuff. I don't know if that actually matters at all. Who knows? But we will take this and smoke it up there. I think smoking it's going to take a couple hours, so I might actually have to use that log up there for that, or I might just end up wasting my time with it. Yeah, I wish it would tell you how long it's going to take. It just tells you how long the fire is, right? Fuel remaining 3 hours to smoke it, maybe, and save the rest for later. Our charcoal's done, so that's good. The first supply of charcoal, at least. And I think you only need 5, so you can start that up for that. And yeah, charcoal doesn't, you don't have to worry about doing anything else with charcoal, so you can just make a stockpile of it anywhere you feel like. So that's ready to go, and the next thing to do is run out there and grab some copper, and we don't need to carry this with us. We're not going to be gone that long. We don't need those sticks with us either. Yeah, so we don't need any of that stuff besides another top off the drink. There we go. Now we're full. We're geared up enough. We got enough stuff on our hand to do all our stuff, except for maybe we don't need to carry spears with us because we can just craft them on the go. I'm not hunting, and we just need to go out there and find some copper. And we search this part right here. So yeah, it could be anywhere. This could have copper. I don't know. We have to check out these different things in there. So I guess I could make a run over to here and check out if we got a cave. So that'd be the next thing. Come over here, check what caves we have, grab as much copper and tin that I'm gonna need for myself, and then maybe top myself off with any iron that might be nearby for that. And then if not, check out the lakes nearby for some clay that could be far away and bring that back to make the most out of it, so we can get started on that clay stuff, so we can get building our other crap, all the other crap that we need for all the other structures and stuff, because we need all this stuff here. We need the grinding wheel, we want the workbench, and for that we need planks, and we need copper done. We need to build all the copper stuff. Oh, just a lot of stuff to do. We need to build all the smelting things here too, right? Need the clay for that guy. No, not that guy yet. We need clay for this one here first, at least. That's the only one we need at the moment. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.